Hello to you all, and what a day's racing we had on Saturday. I was delighted to see John Bond take the Clarence House at Ascot, and although I don't want to be writing the history books too soon, I do think that Gisela had a point yesterday when she said John Bond has peaked. Of course, Il Était Tomp fell, so never came into contention, but I have to say he was looking third best with the brilliant Thistle Ask making John Bond use every yard to land the Clarence House. Doesn't know how to lose, Thistle Ask, so where is his ceiling? But, on to Sunday's racing at Windsor, while Caroline has a couple of decent contests at Turles to bring us. First up at Windsor, I think this is a tricky little opener, but Kaylee Woolacott has booked Harry Cobden for the ride Lau and Shaz, and this just edges it for me. It helps that Lau and Shaz won on Boxing Day at Wincanton, so lines up here race fit, though I'll take it on trust that the soft ground will suit. Dan Skelton's Get a Whiskey rates the obvious danger, if staying on her feet this time, but she showed me enough at Ascot in a decent race to suggest she'll be the one to beat. Anarisa for Tom Ellis completes my 3, but I can see Lau and Shaz taking Get a Whiskey on to cause the upset. Later on Windsor's card, Highlands Legacy can land this handicap chase. Over this sharp 2-mile trip, a prominent position is likely to pay dividends, and with stamina not in question, that looks a good race plan for John Joe O'Neill Jr. Dan Skelton's Mirabad gives £11 to Highlands Legacy, but looks the main threat with Warren Greatrex's Mighty Bandit also in the mix. Well, for my Saturday nap, I'll go for Salva in the Hampton Chase at Windsor. This looks a markedly easier task than the Courto Star when we last saw Salva in that Grade 1 on Boxing Day, and I'll back Gary and Josh Moore's young chaser to win. Proven in this grade after scoring in the Esher Novices Chase at Sandown Park last month, he's definitely appreciated this step up in trip, and won't be minding this softer ground. That said, this is a pretty competitive contest, with Ollie Murphy's Wade Out and Kim Bailey's Moon Rocket both having their fans, while if Nicky Henderson's Jericho du Repenay gets it all together over fences, he can factor too. All in all, a very good race this, but a rejuvenated Siswood Stables has the key in Salva, with Wade Out the one to make him work for it.
It seems an age, and some since appreciate it, won the Supreme Novices Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival in 2021, but here he still is and can win the Horse and Jockey Hotel Chase now. Now, he does have to give weight away to 3 of his stablemates, but then there's only one other trainer, Jack Foley, sending out Monbeg Park for this Grade 2, with all the other 4 under Willie Mullins' stewardship. Appreciate it to win this, with Gentleman Demi probably the one to make a race of it. Earlier on in the Mare's Novice Chase at Turles, it will be no surprise that I'm telling Yuz that Jade de Grugy is winning this. I know that she's yet to win over fences, but has come up against some smart ones, especially Henry de Bromhead's The Big Westerner, who I was pleased to nap for Yuz all the last day. Before then, it was Carla Conti that ran away with the Beginner's Chase at Cork, but I'm of the opinion that this is her chance to come home first over fences, with less depth in this field. Not much of a return for your money, but Willie Mullins has his yard hitting peak form, and I'd expect Jade de Grugy to take this.
Back at Windsor, I do like the appeal of Ludor in the Weatherby's Racing Bank Handicap Hurdle. I think Tom Simmons holds the key to this handicap hurdle with Ludor according to my form book, but this is another wide-open contest. I'll have to include Nicky Richards' Nabwood in my shortlist, and considering the red-hot form of Sean Bowen and Ollie Murphy, Catboy deserves more than a mention. Emma Lavelle's Royal Rambler shouldn't be far away either, but Ludor looks value for the win. Next up in the Fleur-de-Lis, last year's winner Protectorat can defend the title with the course, the ground and the opposition all in his favour, so I'm expecting a big run. Dan Skelton's Brilliant Veteran has mixed it at the very top level in a glittering career, and showed at Cheltenham in last November's autumn meeting that a trip over 3 miles is still on his radar, so with ground that has plenty of give I am confident he can see this one home in front. Ben Pauling can't do much wrong with his chasers over this winter, so Silly Isles Chase winner Handstands has to be on any shortlist, though giving Protectorat £8 does ask a question. I think Protectorat should be good enough to see off Handstands, with a forecast tempting me, but Ben Pauling has his fencing string in very good order this season, so bear that in mind.